But we're not talking to camera, right?
Hi, Intercourse podcast people world.
Yes, nobody.
You're so funny.
You can go for it.
Hi, Intercourse podcast family. Welcome back. I'm Martine Solomon, for those of you who haven't watched us yet, just in terms of an introduction. And today I'm talking with my colleague, my sidekick, my left hand, right hand, everything in between around Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and she'll introduce herself to you. I wouldn't do it justice.
Hey podcast family, I am Noluthando Nkosi. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you subscribe, you comment. This show really is about everyone. We're going to be as controversial as we want to be, but also with a lot of seriousness.
Yeah.
And today, girls just want to have fun.
Yes.
And that's FUNDS. Not just fun. We want to have money.
Yeah,
we want to have fun.
Absolutely. The only way we can have fun is if we have money, right?
Yes.
And if we know how to use it properly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll let the cat out of the bag and just talk about some serious things. Tando, how girls struggle with finance.
Yeah.
And particularly because our moms didn't have the finance chats with us.
No.
And I'm not, it's not even that people had a lack of finance and that's why they shied away from it. It's just that it was not a topic that was discussed around our dinner tables.
No. And I guess we're still very new to it. So if you look at the fact that women are still very new, and not too new, but I mean, just wrapping our heads around it. So men are still looked at like the providers financially in a household. So the moment women want to have money, a lot of people think that you're taking away from the man.
Yeah.
True. Or how dare you make your own money, because then you're making the man obsolete.
Yeah.
Then what's his role?
And it's really got nothing to do with
Hey
it.
guys,
like goodness
No.
gracious. I'm always saying, so this is me. You guys were not born with the Siamese twins sharing a windpipe.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying don't share your money. Share the concept of money around and talk freely about it. But at the end of the day, it's each person for themselves. You have to have your own relationship and respect relationship towards money in order to achieve your goals and dreams and your aspirations. And then obviously, if you're in a relationship and you're married, as a collective, do that as well.
Yeah.
But I think a starting point, Tando, is that you need to admit that you need to take control of the situation. Of your money situation. And that's one thing that people don't understand. And I think at one of the sessions last week, what I found critical when we were chatting was that people actually don't know what they spend on.
No, definitely not. And I think it's because people don't take the time to actually sit down and go, if I have 10 rand, where's my 10 rand going? Because there's certain things that, yes, you're going to go out, yes, you're going to do whatever, but you also think that I only earn a certain amount of money, and with that money, it's very limited to what I can do, forgetting that you are in full control. And then obviously there's words like saving that we've heard all our lives, and yet there's a right and a wrong way to save. Obviously before banks, people were saving under mattresses.
Still are.
Still are. And sometimes your mattress is still better than a bank.
Correct.
In some cases. But I guess because we haven't had the conversations, and because we also haven't owned the fact that we want money as women. And that not only that we want it, but that it's our right to have it.
I don't know if it's our right. I seem to think that we know that it's our right to have it.
Okay.
But we were almost, in my home, it was almost, the man, there was always that thing, the man must provide. So we think as women, we don't need to have control over it.
Okay.
We have the right to it, but it's not our responsibility to control it.
Maybe then, do we think that we maybe don't have the right to make it?
I think so too.
Okay.
So it's that whole psychology around it.
Okay.
So if you believe that you can't control something, then you don't fully own it, right? Because you're going to be afraid to tread there. We all know what fear does.
Yes.
Fear keeps us away from everything. The moment we eradicate fear, we can go and we can literally do whatever we want. So I think the critical starting point to discuss for us through this entire series is actually taking control
of money.
And saying, hey, yes, and saying, hey, here I am. what is my exposure to it and how do I take control of what I have? So whether you're a housewife, whether you're an executive, whether you're an intern that's just started with an intern, how do you take control of what you have and actually just, make that the foundation of things? And I think it's pretty simple. We all like the little black book. We all joke about having a little black book.
Yeah.
And I preach the little black money book.
Yeah.
Record everything that you're doing.
Absolutely everything.
When I say absolutely, even the champagne you're drinking.
Yes, which is so pretty.
Cute.
What are we drinking, Martine?
Today we're having Graham Beck non-vintage rosé.
Smells pretty.
It's pretty, hey?
Oh, yeah. Because this is what comes with having funds.
Right.
The ability to afford your own bubbles.
However, I mean, we all know my approach to bubbles. Some South African women believe they need to have the French. And you know how I feel about our South African bubbly, which is absolutely amazing and really, really affordable. Award-winning. Even the likes of Barack Obama, for example, served.
At his inauguration, it was great back.
Yeah. And that was huge. I mean, him and Michelle went to the farm and they saw that and they loved it. So, a lot of South Africans or even people abroad don't know these things.
So what that opens me up to as well is that a lot of the time when we think of money, we always think exclusivity costs a lot of money. So we want to spend stupid amounts of money on things that we really can't afford. So for instance, buying champagne as opposed to buying an MCC just because you want the name champagne, and really it's only called champagne only when it comes from champagne. Otherwise,
the Champagne region.
And in the Champagne region,
exactly.
Yeah. So once it's in South Africa, it's called an MCC,
that's right.
But that's a rights thing.
Absolutely,
okay.
But it's done in exactly the same way.
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10 times, the champagne that we have, that we bring into South Africa, that everybody's crazy about. Yeah. There's a very, very financially savvy version of it.
Yeah.
In South Africa, and it tastes amazing.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all part of taking stock of your money. So I think for me, I just want to discuss how important it is to take control of what you have. And to take control of what you have, you need to understand what you're spending. Right? Yeah. So the little black book for me, everyone, is extremely important. We need to take accountability for what we spend.
Yeah.
So it's a simple thing where you take. I normally say 21 days because 21 days is
you form a habit,
yes. Right? So for 21 days, if you can do it longer, absolutely. But for 21 days, record absolutely everything that you are spending money on. And it could be a simple thing. You could be recording it on your phone. You could be it could be something that you're just typing up on your phone. But it's actually being honest with yourself and going out there and saying, I've given the guy in the car park that's looking after the cars, I've given him 5 rand. Yeah. I've bought a Coca-Cola at lunch. I've paid electricity. I've bought a plant. I had to pay school fees this month. So you're recording absolutely everything on a daily basis. But why do we do that? Let's be honest. Yeah. If you're wanting to change something, you're needing to know where you can actually, make subtle changes. Because the worst thing to tell someone, Tando, and you know what people don't want to do. They don't want to change their lifestyles drastically.
No, of course
not. But they do want to change.
Yeah.
So I don't want to stop going to the Marabi Club for dinner on a Wednesday night. Yeah. But that might just mean that I can't have a Coca-Cola at lunch and something.
It's the little things, right? Because they add up.
That's right.
Yeah.
But we cannot make those decisions if we don't have the information.
I hear you.
So people have to just be true to themselves and say, let's cut the BS and let's take this challenge on, make the decision and take on the challenge, put the action to it and say, I'm holding a financial journal for the next 21 days of just my spending habits. Whether you're giving your sister 10 rand or your kid 20 rand to go and buy a tuck shop or anything that you're doing, put it down, because that's going to be your true due diligence of what you spend money on. Now, if you're not prepared to do that, you're going to be doing things willy-nilly. Then you might as well not want to change anything because you don't know what you're dealing with.
And that's where you're losing money.
Correct. Correct.
Wow, okay, cool. As we're talking, I'm also just thinking of my spending habits, and I mean, it's the little things. It's like you're right, when you stop at a garage and you get a Coke.
Or a Magnum ice cream.
Yeah, when you buy 10 Cokes, it's up. And I think that's good enough homework.
Absolutely.
I
I mean,
mean,
we
we
really
just start
can't
there.
have a conversation any further than that.
Yeah.
So the deal is go and do due diligence. Hold your little black book close to your heart and don't put the boys' phone numbers in there. But actually put the numbers that count in there, the rands and cents that you're spending every day in order for you to change change your spending habits, right?
Wow, okay, cool.
So great. So we leave it at that,
Yeah.
and then our next session will be, or our next discussion will be around the importance of having your own plan, etc., etc., and then going through the elements of a financial plan. So this, girls just want to have fun. It doesn't stand in isolation.
Definitely.
It is actually a series of how you're going to get from where you are to where you want to be.
Awesome.
Cool. Okay, guys, so we'll see you in another week where we'll get into the nuts and bolts of the financial process for women after you've gone and done your financial due diligence on yourselves. So once in next week, and then we'll take it step by step for the next few weeks around financial planning, particularly focused at women. But obviously, guys, we don't exclude you. You can apply this to your life. Thank you, Tanda. It's been amazing. Once again, exciting. Always love chatting with you, especially over bubbles.
Yes, to having more fun.
Yes. Amen. Thank you.